Showtime.
Hi, and welcome to Live with Connie. Today we have the wonderful Granny D with us.
Thanks for
And
having me.
you, I'm so happy to have you, Granny D. And if you're watching on replay, I'd like to welcome you. And please feel free to answer the questions that I'll be asking in the comments. And I also want to wish everyone a happy Memorial Day. And if you've ever been in the military or you know someone that's been in the military, let us know in the comments. And y'all know, most of y'all know that I was in the Navy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, right after high school. But yeah, so we have Crystal with us. Hi, Crystal. How are you today?
Hey, Crystal.
And we have the Paw Ply guys, and your name's Danny, I think, right?
Daniel.
Daniel, yeah.
Daniel.
And
He's in Scotland.
And who's the other one's name? I'm trying to remember.
It's just him.
Because I know the other one.
I don't know. I'm not sure why it's guys. Maybe they're, well, you could ask him, but he's the only one I know.
There's two of them, but one of them's more behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
From what I was told.
It's Ursula. OM Granny Squared. Ursula, I'm so sorry. I missed a bunch of your comments. Live. I miss everything.
And Daniel had told me the name, their names and all. Well, actually, I had gotten their names from when.
There it is. He says there's Ash. Ash too,
yeah,
but
that's
he's
it.
camera shy.
Yeah, that's it. Because I had given them a shout out. And
I'm not sure why it's guys, because I only know Daniel, and I probably knew that from David's interview, but forgot it. Big surprise.
I know the sad thing is there's so many people that you try to keep track of that it's like you forget names or. And I try really hard to remember everyone's names, but
I can help with some names. Names I'm fairly decent at because being a teacher, every year I'd have to learn about 30 new names pretty quickly.
And we have HD here. Hi, HD. How are you today? And
Hey,
Ursula.
And Pastel Dreams. See, Pastel Dreams and Kay's Crochet Haven.
Yes, hello everybody that's here. And Pastel is Annette. Yeah. I'm trying to remember that.
Pastel Annette. Now that was one I forgot. The Busy Hooker. I don't know.
That's Heather.
That I've seen the Busy Hooker. That's cool. She says, I love your hat so much. Me too.
Thank you. I knitted this hat last year.
That's great. And your work, didn't you say you designed or you are designing a scarf? A patriotic?
Yes. I'm doing a patriotic scarf in waffle stitch.
Wow.
And I'm trying to put some stores on the fringes of it, which that's the part I'm playing with right now.
Trying to put some what?
Stores.
Oh.
And I want them on like the fringes.
Oh.
So I'm playing with that part right now. And I think I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do fringes for those that don't know how to do it.
Girl, I'm lost with a lot of things. Crochet. But is it going to be knit or crochet?
The scarf is crochet.
Okay.
But after I finish my
socks, knitted, so I just thought of that.
After I finish my socks, I do have a knitted hat design in mind. But I'm gonna kind of leave people in suspense on it.
All right. Look, there's my sweet Mimi cat. No. Hugs back. Hugs to you all.
And Ursula's asking how we're doing. She says it's cold and wet weather there. And she's had a bath because it's 6:30 p.m. here.
Yeah, she's 7 hours difference, and South Africa sounds so, exotic to
I
me.
agree. And
I'd
here,
love to go there, but I'd love to take Michael's and Hobby Lobby and a few other stores with me.
and here the weather, it looks a little grayish, so I don't know if we're going to get any rain today or not. But we've been getting rain off and on a lot
Remind
lately.
me, you're in Alabama, is that right?
I'm in Louisiana.
Louisiana.
And where are you from, Granny D?
I'm in Central North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty gray here too, and cooler. The temperatures have really gotten cooler. We had gotten into the lower 90s. Lordy, I don't know how you stand the heat in Louisiana. My daughter lived in NOLA for 10 years, and oh my gosh.
It gets hot.
The humidity. Here it's humid, and I thought it couldn't get any worse than here. But yeah, it's worse there.
It gets hot. And I like, for those that knows that I hadn't been feeling well the last few days, I do feel better. I do feel better today. I'm not 100% yet, so hopefully I don't start coughing or anything.
I'm so sorry, sweetie. I didn't realize. Have you got something nearby to drink? I hope.
Yeah, I have water and cough drops.
Bless your heart. I got my what I call triple C before I met triple C, creatively created crochet. My triple C is cold coffee concoction.
But yeah, so hopefully I'm getting over the hump now.
Was it just like a head cold or sinuses or
body aches? Which the body aches have gone.
Wow, and sounds like flu.
And I think it was like partially sinus because like I felt like right in here.
And pressure, that was sinus, yeah.
And coughing and feeling like I'm starting to get congested.
Yeah.
But I can't take decongestants because of my blood pressure. So
I'll be praying that you feel much better and really soon. Look, Ruthie's crafting corner. Oh my gosh. Hey, Ruthie.
Yes, and welcome everyone that has been entering. And
Ursula says, Granny D, no problem. We have enough yarn here, and with your dollars, it would be like discounted paradise. Yeah, that's one place our dollar is actually pretty strong. We, go some other places, and my daughter's been to Thailand a couple of times, and she's like, "Oh, Mama, the stuff here is so cheap."
So, Granny D, in case there's anyone that's not familiar with you, I'm going to let you tell everybody a little about yourself and about your channel and whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, well, my channel is, let me get this to a stopping point, is Knit, Purl, and Squirrel with Granny D. My daughter came up with that name because, I like to knit. But now, since I came out with my channel, I've got a lot of crocheters that are my squirrels. If you're subscribed to me, you're in the squirrel squad. My daughter the one that did live in New Orleans, she's in Florida now, my eldest, Lindsay, and she's a phenomenal knitter, by the way. She knows how to crochet too. But yeah, she came up with the name, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is that me or what? Especially the squirrel part. And it's fun collecting squirrels too. Some of my subscribers have sent me the cutest squirrels that they've made. This is from Miss Rebecca in California. And I've got several others that folks have made up here on the shelves and here and there and yon. But hey, I am known for having a gazillion whips. Oh, and here's my little sign. There we go. I have trouble with this camera. I'm always backwards from what it would normally be. But what was I saying? It's gone. I don't know what I was saying. It's just left the building, which is me. There goes the squirrels.
That happens to me too, Grady D.
Oh my gosh, I hate it. It's my age. When I'm only 62, although my body's probably more like 92. But anyway, we have a good time over here. I feel like we do. I hope we do. I do. I hope the squirrels do. I go live 5 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, Saturday and Sunday for folks like Miss Ursula that are so far away, or Safari, or Miss Ursula, Safari away. That helps them out a couple hours. I come on at 3, 2 hours earlier, to help those folks a little bit so it's not so late for them. I wish I had picked a different time when I was first starting so I could always have that. But there's never going to be a time when New Zealanders, folks in Holland like Miss Whisper, folks in the UK, whatever. But there's always replay. But I love it when my folks can come live. But I don't know. That's kind of where I am. I love yarn like everybody. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I'm kind of known for starting a bunch of stuff, but an FO for me is a rare thing and something to celebrate.
Lately,
I stopped counting. I stopped counting the whips a long time ago.
Lately, I feel like I haven't had very many finished objects either since I've been doing like bigger projects. And
but you designed that. I can't wait to see what that scarf looks like. Oh my gosh. She designed that girl right there. That girl.
Yeah.
And a patriotic scarf.
With the camera, it's like you go to point like
what you think.
It's the opposite.
Yeah. I'm pointing that one. Anyway.
But I am curious. I had asked this right when I first came on, but now that there's more people with us, have any of y'all served in the military, or do y'all have a loved one or friend that's in the military? Let us know in the comments. And like I mentioned at the story, I was in the Navy back at right after I finished high school. I joined the Navy. And
how long did you stay in?
I was in for 3 years.
Were you?
Yeah, I got to go to Diego Garcia, which is
you got some free education, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not like you didn't go through all the stuff to get it.
You went through their schooling, then you got your GI Bill, which I used my GI Bill to further my education afterwards.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you for your service. I didn't know that.
You're welcome. And Heather
Julie's here. Miss Julie Chafee Maza. Hey, hon.
Hi, Julie.
Hey to everybody I've missed.
Yeah. If I hadn't told you hi yet, hello.
Me too.
And Heather says that she made a corner to corner American flag blanket. Ooh, and I'm gonna have to see a picture of your blanket. I want to see that, Heather. And we got Ruby here.
Yeah, Ursula's trying to help me get my mind back. But I was it's a rare occasion when I have a finished object. I just start things. I want them to be finished, but I start so many. You get a new hook or you get new needles or a new yarn comes out and I just can't wait. So I start stuff. Laura Lee's in the house. She says all her brothers and father were in the service, 2 in the Navy, 3 in the Army. And her oldest brother retired from the National Guard, I think.
Thank
Hey,
them for their
Liz.
thank them for their service. And also thank you everyone that's been complimenting my hat. Thank y'all.
She made that last year, she said. And you know, I've done stripes, but I've never done any like your little star part color work. My daughter says it's not hard. She's an amazing. She does these real fancy yokes and stuff and sweaters and socks, all the stuff I aspire to do. I just do easy stuff.
But yeah, I love color work. Oh, Becky. I need you to send me an email, Becky, so I can get your gift card to you. Email me at justanotherstitch2020@gmail.com. That way I can find out what craft store you want your gift card to and get that sent to you. And
Who is Becky, the busy hooker?
No, Becky Rollins. She was my bingo winner last week.
Hey, there's Ricola. Hey, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal. And you want to go ahead and ask the first question, Granny D?
And Zach. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
Sure, I'll read the first question. What would you do if you were a circus performer? Do I answer it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I want to be the gal on the outside of the tent in a little tent, Madam Granny with the crystal ball. The only reason I want to do that is because I figure I could get away with knitting and crocheting between customers.
I'd want to be the one doing all the acrobats, like on the board. But that's also
break
really
a leg.
dangerous.
If I were inside the big tent, I'd be the guy or the gal that announces all the stuff. I don't know. What's that guy called? Or gal? The ringleader?
I guess so. I'm not sure. But yeah, I want to be flying in the air. Whee!
Oh my gosh. I'd be scared.
I would too, though.
Maybe in my younger years, yeah, but those gals that stand up on the horses. Oh.
And everybody, here's Granny D's link. So make sure y'all go check her channel out if you're not already subscribed.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Connie.
Show your support and love to her.
I love it.
Oh, and I see Heather likes making squirrels, or has before.
And you know what? Bears, Crochet Critters, that's Brenda, and she's got a brand new channel. And I think you're shouting her out later, and I put her up on my community tab, and she said, Ringmaster, that's it.
Yes. I will be giving Brenda a shout out Thursday. And yeah, y'all go check her channel out. She just started. And if you're a content creator and you want a shout out for your channel in my shout out video on Thursday, let me know in the comments. Or if you know of any channels that could use a shout out, especially the new small channels.
Mm-hmm. I like Brenda's been in our community for a good while, but she's just now started putting her own content on. So she just had like 2 subscribers when I subscribed the other day. She just put up her first video, which was very good, by the way, Brenda.
And I know Janet's supposed to be starting a channel soon, but so far she hasn't done her first video yet. But yeah, if y'all know of channels that are just getting started, let me know. I'd love to give them a shout out, get the word out. And hi, Tina.
I like Pastel Dreams. Did you say her name's Annette?
Yeah.
She said she'd be a clown. I like Mimi's answer. Sweet Mimi said collecting tickets so she could sit and knit. You go, girl. That's what I
And hi, Liz and Laura Lee.
Yep.
I'm scrolling the comments to see who I hadn't told hi yet. And Zach, hi.
I am awful with keeping up with comments. Even if I'm not doing StreamYard, if it's just me, but sometimes I'll get a pretty big crowd, which is yay, you want that. But then I always watch replay and go back and read all the comments. I'm going, golly, I missed this, that, and the third. But people know about my squirrel, so I hope they forgive me.
And I'm seeing that if y'all don't know, Liz also served in the Navy. She's my shipmate.
And Ola Joe.
Yeah. And then AJ is in the Navy.
He's currently serving.
And then we have Rose here. Hi, Rose. How are you today? And you're retired from the Canadian Air Force, 21 years.
Wow.
Thank you for your service. And she's wishing everyone a happy Memorial Day. Okay, Julie said clown. She wanted to be. Oh, and that's on my bingo fun. Awesome. Lorelai wants to be a lion tamer.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'd be scared of that.
But Becky saying she must have sent it to the wrong email address. Yeah, it's just another stitch 2020 at gmail.com.
You can miss one little thing and it not go through. There's Angela Wright on her hubby's account, John Wright. Hey, Angela.
Hi, Angela. And I'm trying to call Ursula Granny D. Ursula says she'd love to be a gymnast.
Wow.
She wants to fly too. And they make it look so easy and effortless.
They do.
I think that's the attraction.
Yeah.
And Heather would like
Ursula. Sorry, Connie. She said, Granny D, we don't mind if you miss comments. We know how to attract your attention. Sometimes I even miss those. I'm like, what? This was all in orange and all these emojis around it, and I still miss it.
And
Heather, I don't mean to.
Heather says she'd probably be a magician's assistant that gets accidentally killed when a magic trick goes awry. Oh no!
Oh no! Get sawed in half. Yikes!
Crystal wants to be shot out of a cannon. That's a good one.
That's another way to fly. Ursula says we make it a team effort to attract your attention if we feel you're in. Thanks.
And Julie says Jingle Jangle Julie clown name for her clown name.
I love Ursula's channel too. She has the neat, some people have, I got the jingle bells for super chats and stuff like that, or just, celebrating a moment. And when Miss Ursula gets she's got skills with editing. I got zero, and she's got the coolest little song, little ditty, and the squares kind of go rolling. It's cool. Plus, she's way talented, like Connie with. She can knit and crochet, but prefers crochet.
Yeah, Ursula does beautiful work.
She does. Dina's here. She said it's the first time for her being here. I did share the Connie on my community tab and said, we're going to be over at Connie's. Come on and join.
I'm so happy to have you, Dina. Welcome.
She's my prayer helper. She keeps, when folks say they need prayer, she writes everything down, and it's so good to do that. And then emails me. And then I try to update our list. I just kind of started it over because it was like pages and pages and pages.
And Annette says she wants to be a clown with lots of makeup.
I feel like I look like when I grabbed the red lipstick instead of the pink. Well, red for Memorial Day, though, right?
Exactly. And Zach says he's afraid of heights, but the tightrope walker. And it's funny how the things we're afraid of, that's what we're going with. But it's so awesome when you watch it.
Mm-hmm. When I was in grade school, I took dance lessons, tap, baton, ballet, jazz, all that stuff. And I had one of my solos, I was probably in 4th grade, was Tootie the tightrope walker. I'll never forget it. And I had to walk on a board, like a 2x4 kind of thing. Well, it was longer than, I don't know. But anyway, they had a big rope so it looked to the audience like, when it was on, that board was on, like a sawhorse, but it was further apart. But I had to do all these little jumps and then land on that board. So I did it. That was a little tiny thing.
Whenever I was a kid, I was always interested in gymnastics. And my mom had taken like this wooden beam and put it kind of like on top of 2 bricks. And I thought I would try to do the balance beam. And you're looking at it may have been at most 6 inches off the ground, not much at all. I never could like do a cartwheel or nothing and land properly on it.
Yeah.
And Brenda and Liz both want to be ringmasters.
Joe's here.
Woo! Hey, Joe. How's it going?
We seated you, Joe.
What's up, Joe?
And Kelly's Crochet Adventure, honey. Kelly, honey.
Let's see. I'm getting too far behind on the call.
I'll try to keep you. I'll try to help.
Let's see.
Thanks to everybody for being here. And thanks to Connie for asking. I think I might have volunteered.
I think I asked you. I was looking for people to come live with me.
I love Connie. So
thank you.
Yeah.
I love you too, Granny D. Virtual. But hi, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. How are you doing today? And welcome.
There we go.
I guess I'll move on to the next question.
Okay, I was about to ask. Are you doing the next? Or do I?
Well, I see a funny one from Joe, though. He says cartwheel. He's too big for that. Would have been a tumble. Help.
Hey, the tumble would even be hard for me to get on the ground and get back up. Oh my gosh.
And Liz is asking, when do I get my membership? I guess she's meaning like YouTube membership, which isn't that once I get monetized, Granny D?
Probably, yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still Dream says she loves us both. Well, thank you, Annette. Love
but
you
if anybody would want to make a donation to my channel, and I don't want anyone to feel like they have to, I do have my PayPal information.
I bet you have that always in your description box.
Yes, it's in my description. And if you do it, make sure you use Frank's email for it, because my PayPal is linked to his email address. I just took it over.
That's really the best way. I know it's cool, and it's YT makes it so attractive to do super chats and all that, super stickers, and I love those. But I just recently found out, I thought YouTube was taking 30% out, but I believe it was Katrina said it was something like over 40%. Joe probably knows, I'm sure. But so PayPal, Cash App, stuff like that we get more of your donation through that. but it's just not. You just have to tell us in the chat that, oh no, I thought sorry.
But like, if anybody would also want to donate to a giveaway, you can do that too. Just make sure you let me know that it's for a giveaway. If you're looking to donate for a giveaway. Um, but yeah, I still got a ways to go because I'm close to 600. I'm not quite there. I need 14 more to hit 600 subscribers.
Oh, come
And
to my lives and remind me to shout you out, and we'll get those squirrels on your.
oh, that would be awesome, Granny D.
Yeah, just remind me. Just remind me. And I think somebody's shout. Julie is talking about Brenda's, and Connie's going to shout her out. And I have on my community link, and I'll continue to do that too. We will help her get a good start.
And I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry. Sandra K just subscribed, I think, to you.
Thank you.
Sandra
And
K.
I really hope y'all enjoy the content on my channel.
She's great, y'all.
I try to make things fun. And I try to help like people learn how to crochet and knit. And I'm trying to encourage there to be more knitters out there. So I'm really
I've noticed just lately that a lot more crocheters have started learning to knit, or won't have the desire to. Except Madonna. You don't say the K word in front of Madonna. She's like, oh, please.
And I do have a lot of, beginner tutorials to teach you how to knit. And I have a playlist for all that. So, yeah, learn to knit.
That's right. Oh, Sandra's from Louisiana, too. Close to Baton Rouge and Prairieville.
Oh, that's not too far from me.
Do you want me to ask the next question, or do you do that?
Okay, I'll go ask it real quick.
Okay, sorry. You didn't mention it a while back, and then we got on something else.
We're getting sidetracked today. What's your favorite breakfast cereal? Mine is Golden Grahams.
You've got different questions than I have. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have the ones that you're asking, and I have the ones I'm asking. But I actually have your questions too. So.
Oh, okay. What's the favorite breakfast cereal?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine is one that they no longer make, and I wish they did. I loved it so much, and now I can't even remember who made it. But it was called Just Right, and it had the oats and dates and had all the good stuff in it that I loved.
I never heard of that one.
It was called Just Right. It's been long gone for a good while. Laura Lisa's oatmeal. But as far as hot cereals, I love cream of wheat.
I used to like that as a kid, melt cheese on top of it.
I just like lots of butter, and I've done the cheese too. I like grits too, but if I have a choice of that or cream of wheat, I'll take cream of wheat.
Not me. I don't like grits. And when it comes to oatmeal, I don't like cooked oatmeal. But I like oatmeal, like the overnight oats.
I didn't used to, but I like the real hearty grains, the rolled oats, I think it is. They're good.
I remember what I was going to say. I'm fixing to reach 1,000 watch hours. I might reach it from today's live because I'm like 8 hours away from 1,000.
That's great.
So to me, that's a big milestone.
It sure is. And I was freaking about my hours lately because it said like 1.7, 1.8. But that was for the month. Oh my gosh. Triple C straightened me. I missed that little tiny print that said past 28 days or something. Oh my gosh. So I'm great on watch hours. So help Miss Connie and help each other. And our folks are so good to do that. They'll run somebody's playlist. If you need watch hours, anybody out there, if you need watch hours, make sure you have playlists, or at least one where you have as many of your videos in it as you can, because the more you have, the more people can let it run overnight and such.
So how long have you had your channel, Granny D?
It was 2 years, May 17th. Just 2 years. And that was, God had a hand in that, I reckon. I'm sure he did. But I don't know I just wasn't, I was big into watching folks. And I was on, I was kind of known because I was a sub to a whole lot of people. But Miss Seta from Seta's Place was the one that I think probably encouraged me the most to start my channel. And boy, am I glad she did that. So it's been such a blessing. I've met so many, of course, I knew a lot of people anyway from being here, there, and yon, but my squirrels, there's nothing like them. And meeting you, other podcasters. But it's just great.
The part that I love about having a channel is getting to know everybody.
Mm-hmm. Doing stuff like this.
It's funny. Yorn brings us all together. Gotta love Yorn.
I believe it. Yeah.
Oh, Annette says she loves both of us. Thank you, Annette.
Sweet. Love you right back.
And here's the link.
Julie said chocolate malta meal. I've heard of malta meal, but not chocolate. Sounds interesting.
That sounds good. And y'all go check out Kelly's channel. Here's the link for her channel here.
Kelly is wonderful. She is talented and she's so much fun and such a natural in front of the camera. Oh my gosh. We have the best time. Best time. Ursula said, "Oh, Granny D, as you say it, I feel like some cereal. Haven't had it for a long time." That's OM Granny Square, Miss Ursula.
And Joe saying that YouTube does take 45%.
45? MG. I know they're not doing, I don't think Joe ever did do the YouTube membership. He just went straight to Patreon. And Dana I've got channel membership, but which is YouTube, which means they're taking a lot out. But it's just they make it so easy and so attractive, and and so Triple C, Joe's wife Dana, has channel membership, but she's trying to get folks to switch over to Patreon because you get your donation when folks donate to you. You get more of the donation instead of YouTube getting it. So that's all I'll say about that.
Oh, I want to tell y'all about something. Last night I came across this interesting video on YouTube. And most of y'all know that I love watching Kendall Ray's videos. And she's awesome if y'all don't know about her. She does a lot of true crime videos. And I'm into the whole, I like the true crime stuff. But this one was a little different than, video. She covered the McDonald's coffee lawsuit.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And most of y'all probably think that lawsuit was frivolous. And, y'all thinking, oh, coffee's hot, but there's more to that story than most people realize. And it was quite interesting. Like, she was severely burned. It wasn't just like a little burn or anything like that. And Kendall Ray showed the pictures. And when you're thinking severely burned, you're probably still not thinking how burned she truly was.
Burns are the worst pain.
She almost died from her burns.
Wow.
That's how bad her burns were. But you never heard that. You just heard it was frivolous, frivolous, frivolous. And all she actually sued for was her medical bills and the lost wages that her daughter had from taking care of her.
Yeah.
And the main reason she sued was because she didn't want it to happen to someone else.
Right.
And the thing is, and this is something too that's not really known, McDonald's had a lot of complaints before this where people getting burned from the coffee, and they did nothing. They did absolutely nothing.
Yeah. About the
And
temperature of the coffee.
they make it sound like she got $2 million from the lawsuit, but that's not actually true. She got like what she was supposed to, what she was asking, and then they had the punitive, part of the lawsuit, which is basically the court's way to punish the business. But initially, it was supposed to be the 2.9 million, but the judge changed it, I think, to like 400,000. I don't remember, but it got appealed, and they settled outside of court, what she actually got was never actually, released, and she can't disclose that information.
Mm-hmm.
And
You've got some new folks in. Excuse me, you got some new folks in your chat. We've got Digo.
Hi, Digo. Hey, Sandra.
Yeah, and we've got Miss Pat Dancer.
Hi, Pat.
And we missed some breakfast, lots of breakfast cereal things. Let me go back and see if I can find a couple. Oh, Ursula said she just went to get a taste of Wheat Bix. It's WEETBIX, so that must be a type of cereal. Liz said, Granny, I'm your nut. I love it, Liz. I love my nuts. Liz says she's got a playlist. Sorry, Miss Connie.
It's okay. But
Brenda Bear said oatmeal or honey nut Cheerios. I think we had some other folks that liked honey nut Cheerios. Okay, done.
Yeah, I'm not keeping up with the comments too good today. Sorry, y'all.
It's all right.
But one thing too with the lady that got burned with the coffee was she got a lot of threats too over the whole thing. So I mean,
there's another side to the story, like you say.
And it was quite interesting. And then, like, there's also the one where a finger was found in Wendy's chili.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Was a scam.
I was going to say, was that sort of an urban legend kind of thing?
It actually happened, but it was planted on purpose to try to get money.
Yikes.
Which that one's interesting. Which Kendall Ray did a video on that one too, not that long ago. Mm-hmm. One thing, Sandra, I'm from Eunice, so like I said, we're only a few hours apart. And let's see.
Julie says she's got to check her porch, so she must be expecting something good to come her way.
Ooh.
But today is a federal holiday. And I was just looking to see if the Postal Service, and I know it said, the regular mail doesn't run, but it also said, I think UPS doesn't. It's, but there might be some delivery services that are.
Because sometimes you get packages on Sundays and they don't normally deliver.
Right? That might be the DHL or something like that.
But I've gotten it from the post office. Y'all go check out Julie's channel. Here's the link for her channel. And
Sarah Sparkle Yarns just came in saying hello.
Hi, Sarah. How are you today?
And Miss Ursula said to Granny D and to Connie, how was your weekend? Mine was fabulous, just like always.
Mine was so. I mostly just, sat back and relaxed and tried to rest because I wasn't feeling that great, and worked on crocheting.
Hope you had a good one, Miss Ursula.
So what's everyone doing this weekend or did this weekend for Memorial's Day? Did y'all barbecue and all?
Liz said she sent an ups on Saturday. Becky says she got a Santa sack from Lion Brand yesterday.
Ooh, sweet.
I think I got one of the. I know I got a Santa sack. I think I got two of them. Seems like they were maybe at AC Moore when they were still around. I miss AC Moore.
I just wish we had a craft store in my town.
So you don't have Michael's, Hobby Lobby, nothing?
Have to go to Lafayette, which
I
is
am
about 25
15
minutes.
minutes from Hobby Lobby. You know, Hobby Lobby's the closest. It's on my side of the interstate. Then you go across the bridge and there's Michael's and our newest Dollar Tree. We've got 3 Dollar Trees in our town.
And
I live about 15 minutes from our biggest town. That's Salisbury. I live in the wee tiny town of Faith, or really just outside the town limits. But
we've only been having our Dollar Tree maybe about 7 years now. My town's behind on everything.
Now, where in Louisiana are you? Northern, Central?
In Central. I'm in Eunice, which is about 45 minutes from Lafayette.
I know mainly about New Orleans since my daughter lived there, and that's all the way down there at the Mississippi.
I used to be further down than that. I used to live in Houma, which is southwest of New Orleans.
Well, when I used to drive, and it's a 13-hour drive from here, and I used to drive it all straight, going across that long bridge over Lake Pontchartrain, which is like a freaking ocean. OMG.
You're not referring to the Huey P. Long, are you?
The one that was flooded, I guess, during Katrina. Is that the one?
There's a Huey P. Long in New Orleans, and that's like a narrow bridge. Most people don't like that bridge.
It's just right. It was just, like, here's the bridge and the water's right here. I think it was, somebody said it was like 26 miles or something. Anyway, Sandra says she's from, is that Houma? Houma?
Yes, Houma. Oh, that's where I'm originally from.
How about that?
Where you graduated high school from? I graduated from HL, Bourgeois.
Okay. Would you like me to read the next question, or are you still checking out the?
Let me catch up a little bit more on the comments. And here's Daigo's link for her channel, so y'all go check her out.
Daigo's great. She and Julie are both the best at just seeking out people that need help and helping them out. And, Daigo does all kinds of fundraisers, and Julie just blesses folks all over the place. They're both amazing.
And also, if anyone has any finished project pictures or pictures of their pets that they would like me to include in one of my videos, send me y'all pictures. And let's see.
She said the high school, Terrebonne.
Terrebonne High. Yeah, actually, I went to Terrebonne High for 9 weeks.
And then she said her husband went to South Terrebonne. How about that?
Which the high school I graduated from is actually in Gray, but it's like right on the outskirts of Houma.
Laura Lee said she'd be broke all the time if she had a craft store in town. Hello.
Frank would be fussing at me. He'd be like,
I get paid once a month. My pension, it's, a retired teacher, and it's not bad money, but I, have a lot of medical bills and just bills in general, like everybody. And then It looks like you have all this money, but I know better. That money's got to stretch. Just got to pay a lot of bills. And I go to Michael's.
Michael's gets you in trouble.
Even the Dollar Tree. I mean, stuff's just $1, but if you buy enough dollar stuff, you get a lot for your money, but still.
Okay, so I'll let you ask the next question, Granny D.
Okay, you might want to read Becky Rollins first if you want to. Her townhouse, you see it?
I'm trying to, I'm like way.
Okay, I'll read it if you don't mind. Becky Rollins says her town has one red light. Closest craft store is an hour or more away, so she's an online shopper. So I imagine Connie does a lot of online shopping for her.
Yep, the only place that sells yarn is Walmart here.
And I've been hearing from some of my squirrels that I know Nana Michelle said that she's only got like a quarter of an aisle of yarn, and they even took out the mainstay. That's crazy.
Okay,
sorry.
Sanita's here. Hi, Sanita.
Yeah. Sanita making blue hats. Okay, next question is hilarious. Let's see. What would you prefer if you had to swap your legs with animal legs? Like, which animal would I pick? Oh my gosh. Well, I want to be tall. So if we're just talking legs, this is so funny to imagine, but giraffe legs. I'm going with giraffe. They're real sturdy and they're tall creatures. What about y'all?
With me, well, my first instinct would be to say cat legs because y'all know I love cats. But I think I would go with kangaroo legs because I want to like bounce around like how they
I thought about that too. They're strong too.
Yeah. And they got their cute little pouches too.
Yeah, if you had the legs, I guess you'd have the pouch too. Then you could put your yarn in there and your whip and just.
Yeah. The kangaroos are using their pouch roll.
I like that idea.
They're using their pouch roll. They need to put their yarn. They need to put craft stuff in that pouch.
Right.
And Heather says cheetah legs. I want to be a runner, but I hate running. If I had cheetah legs, maybe I'd start running.
I used to love to run, but now I can hardly walk. So, but sometimes I'll dream about running.
I was never a strong runner.
Yeah.
Oh. Laura Lee says she would like to be a horse so she could run fast. Donna is saying giraffe. So she agrees with you, Granny D.
High five, Dina.
Julie says penguin legs. And she would also like to try out deer legs.
How about that?
Ooh, Zachlin zebra legs.
Ooh. Cool. Oh, Bear said squirrel legs. Why didn't I think of that? I was thinking something tall. I want to be tall. That is cute, Brenda. Love it.
Oh, y'all, if y'all not already a member of my Facebook group, I'd love to have you in my group. And here's the link right here. And I'm laid back.
Actually, I have two. The reason I have two is because folks couldn't get in the first group I have is the same as my channel name. And folks would tell me I'm waiting to be approved, and I would go and see nobody to approve. So I started the Squirrel Squad group. So.
And Kay says kangaroo too. Yes. And
Go ahead.
Dinah says penguin legs. What were
Yes,
you saying,
she's
Granny D?
5'2".
HD says kangaroo.
I love the pouch idea.
And Diana says she's back. She had to run an errand. Oh, I guess she's leaving again. I'm not sure.
Okay. She popped in to say bye. She's a busy lady.
Well, I hope
Thanks
you
for
have a good day.
coming.
And Angela says cat, so she can run up a tree.
That would be fun. I used to climb trees as a kid all the time.
When we had our cat Izzy, she had such a fascination with outside. And we tried to keep her indoors, and she was not the type of
Didn't
cat.
work.
It
Yeah.
did not work. So we got a leash for her, thinking maybe that would, help her where she could go outside. But I think it made her want to be outside more.
And I feel so sorry for my daughter has a beautiful white kitty. You probably saw it when I was cat sitting over there and did my lives over there. And I've just taken pictures and stuff of Nikolai. He's a beautiful, I don't know, he's a purebred something, but I can't remember. But he wants to go outside so badly. My daughter can take him outside and him not run away, but I was scared to death. He got out one time, this last time I was there. Oh my gosh, I don't move very fast anymore, but you should have seen me. I was all over him like white on rice. And I picked him up, and he's a big, heavy thing, and he was just squirming all around and claws going everywhere, but I did not let up on him. I'm like, I'm not going to lose this cat.
But with Izzy, it was like she's just running up the tree, connected to her leash. And it was like at a certain point I had to let go, and I'm like, oh, great. Now she's free.
Dago says she's taking care of her mom-in-law. No problem, Dago. I think we're only on a few more minutes.
Let's see.
How much longer are we on?
Probably about another 30 minutes, if that's okay with you.
Oh, I thought it was an hour. I got a 1 hour bladder.
If you need to leave, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, I can just continue by myself. It's up to you.
I hate to do that to you, but I might have to. My legs, besides the bladder, my legs, when I'm sitting here, they're down. I have to put them up.
But it's fine. If you have to go, you got to go.
Right. I can stay a few more minutes. Pat says she wants Miss America legs. We said animal girl.
And really, I wasn't sure how long I'd be able to go today because I was like,
you're not feeling well. Yeah.
But Ursula says she wants cheetah legs.
That would be cool.
And Heather says kangaroo.
Gotta love that pocket, that pouch.
Let's see.
The cat moves. You should have seen me. I'm like, this cat cannot escape.
Okay. Well, if you end up leaving, we could have Julie come up instead.
How about that? Thanks, Julie. Can I ask one more question? I know it's your turn, but I want to tell y'all this little quick story. It's funny. Well, I don't know. I've said it before. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. It says, what is the strangest thing you believed as a child? Well, I couldn't think of anything except I remember when Daddy was teaching me my nighttime prayers. And, it's the now I'll lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. Well, when he got to the if I should die before I wake, he kind of ran it all together. So for the longest time, I said my prayers as I should die before I wake. And I didn't know what a should die was, but I said it all the time. I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord. I think maybe I was a little bit of a hypochondriac even as a kid, so maybe he didn't want me to, dwell on if I should die. So it was if I should die. If I should die before I wake. Thank you, Connie, for having me, and I love you, and I love your channel.
Love you too, Granny D. I'm so glad to have had you.
Some more subscribers when you come on, and some more watch hours, whatever it is you need. Just remind us. Thanks to everybody for
Thank you, Granny D.
being here, and I'm gonna leave if that's okay. And you could have Miss Julie come up because she's terrific.
All right.
Love you bunches.
Bye, Granny D.
Again for your service.
You're welcome, Granny D. Okay, so I'm removing Granny D, and I'm sending you the invite right now, Julie. I sent it to your Facebook Messenger. Okay, so whenever I was a kid, we had one of those big heaters at the end of the hallway. And actually, the house that I currently live in has that type of heater too. But this was like right at the end of our hallway. And I used to always think that it was like this doorway, and there was like this hidden room in our house that was filled with jewels. And I always fantasized about this. And I think one time I even asked my mom, like, what does that lead to? And she's like, nothing. So there went my little fantasy. Okay, here's Julie. Hi, Julie. How are you today?
Hello. Hey, I'm doing a lot better. How are you?
Awesome. And everyone, this is Julie. Julie, why don't you tell us about yourself and a little about your channel or whatever you want to talk about?
Okay. Well, my name is Julie Chafee Mazza, and I have been on YouTube for a long time. And I'd always thought about starting a channel. And finally, folks like Granny D, Miss Edna, Madonna, Sweet Tea, basically, Julie, get off your arse and get it done. So I did. With my channel, I stay connected with friends and family. And I also do like yarn unboxings. I try to keep it more towards a beginner level, or those that may have been crocheting or knitting for years, but they kind of do the same thing with the same yarn. And because of people like Crystal and Granny D and other people introducing these new yarns, I thought, well, expand, So for the first time, I started using 2 weights and 5 weights and something besides Red Heart. So I've been crocheting since I was 5, 6 years old. I grew up on a farm in Wisconsin, and I think I got on Mom's nerves one day. So she sat me down with a hook and yarn. Here, do this. And it just kind of went from there. So, but on my channel, I do a lot of unboxings. I got a video out about the roses. Oh my gosh, they're like the big, full bloom, like first time in years. And just stuff like that. I don't create patterns. I've thought about it, but haven't gotten to it. Other than that, I'm keep it kind of simple.
Yes, everyone, go check Julie's channel out. She's awesome. Sorry, I needed a cough drop.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that.
So Heather says when she was little, she thought traffic lights were controlled by people in a room that watched the traffic cameras and switched the lights to red or green depending on the amount of traffic. That's cute. Sorry, y'all.
I was kind of weird when I was little. I had a crush on Elmer Fudd. Most people had these rock star posters in their room, and all the, movie star, Sean Cassidy. I'm dating myself. But with me, it was always Elmer Fudd.
Oh, I had a Sean Cassidy obsession. I had the posters, the t-shirts, and in one of my videos, I show a picture whenever I was a little girl with my Sean Cassidy poster. But I want to let everyone know that I have a giveaway going on. If y'all don't know about it, go check it out. The link's right here. And Crystal says that she used to think cartoon characters were real people. That's cute. So which cartoon characters you thought were real? Which ones did you used to watch? And Brenda says, my grandpa told me that the way to catch a squirrel is to sprinkle salt on their tail. I thought he was serious. That's funny. And that reminds me, whenever I was stationed at Great Lakes, Illinois, I was walking to, like basically the cafeteria. We called it, I think mess hall. I think that's what it was called. I don't remember. It's been so long ago. But anyway, I'm walking, and a squirrel jumps out of the garbage can, kind of like hits me on my arm. Scared me. Let's see. Okay, everyone's saying hi to Julie.
Hi, everybody.
And I do want, I know I had mentioned it earlier, and I didn't notice anyone saying anything about a shout out for Thursday. But if anyone did mention anything, let me know again in the comments. And once the comments show on replay, I'm going to go back and look through the comments to make sure I didn't miss anything too. And here's Julie's channel, everyone. Y'all go check her out.
Well, thank you for posting my channel link. I appreciate it. For the past 2-3 weeks, it looked like I hit 200, then I dropped to 195. Then it looked like I hit 200, it dropped to 195. So this morning, it's been all day so far with 200. So I'm like, okay, that's good.
It yo-yos. I find like mine will go up a few, then I'll drop 1 or 2, and it's kind of like this, where it goes up, but it's like it drops down. And I think YouTube takes away from you too.
Yeah, I've been discontinued from a few where I've gotten kind of mad about that. So, hey, wait a second. I watched them the other day. What? Hi, Pastel Dreams. Oh, Laura Lee, I remember the snipe hunting. Yep.
And Laura Lee says she's got to go. I hope you have a good day, Laura Lee.
Yep, have a good day, Laura Lee.
And Crystal says all of them watched a lot of Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. So when one got smashed, I would scream. Aww. I like Tweety Bird. He's cute.
My first interest in opera was with Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny. I always thought that's how operas were supposed to be till I see the real one. And I'm like, what? That's not like Elmer Fudd or Bugs Bunny. So
Laura Lee says she remembers snipe hunting when she was little.
Yeah.
And Sarah saying one of her shorts got picked up this morning. I guess she's referring to someone else's comment in the chat. I'm not sure.
Okay.
And Heather says it's showing me that you're over 200, which she must be referring to you, Julie. And I learned with my gaming channel that it will fluctuate. Sometimes YouTube purges bot accounts or people that don't watch. Sometimes people just unsubscribe. Yeah, and I do think like whenever people don't actually interact or watch videos, YouTube takes it away, I think. And let's see.
Yeah, with me just starting out, I'm not so obsessed with the numbers right now. And I haven't thought about monetizing or anything like that. I'm just kind of figuring out how I want to do the videos. And am I boring? Am I going on too long? Am I talking about the yarn enough? Do I look like yeah, I'm still in that phase, the beginning phase, I guess it's what it's called. And sometimes I get nervous. Other times, no, I'm feeling good about it. So
I still get nervous. Like lives, I get nervous especially. But even like whenever I film my regular videos, you know, sometimes I have to like break it down. And like I know some people can just keep going straight the whole video talking. And I like lose my train of thought and I'm like, okay, what did I want to say next? So I find I have to break it down more.
I try to have a clipboard with like highlight notes. Did I hit like when I'm doing an unboxing, did I try to do the yarn, the yardage, how it, the weight, try, what type of projects might you use with it. And this last one with Hirschner's with the kit, that was kind of nerve wracking. I had my tabs open and I didn't have them opened in the right order. So I was kind of searching. So it went a little longer. I try to keep them at 15 minutes, 10, about 10 to 15 minutes. And this one ran over. I was kind of rambling, but I did the kits. It's the first time I ordered 4 kits. And I wanted to reach out to those that, there's a lot of wonderful people out there that create these awesome patterns. And in their videos, they tell you what yarn they use, what size hook. Some of them will go on to different brands that are similar. And that's awesome. And then you got beginners that are like, well, I don't have any of that yarn. So they pass up a project. They're not sure how to match stuff. They're just insecure about it yet. So you kind of want to give them that push. And if you can, buy a kit and then get used to the instruction and, the yarn, and then look at different yarns that could go with that. And, it's kind of a learning process. I still make mistakes. I bought this beautiful pattern. It's kind of similar to a virus shawl. And I bought the yarn and my yarn is too variegated. It's too busy for the pattern. So you lose the pattern. So I'm still learning. I think a lot of people out there kind of make that mistake too. They think, oh, it's a yucky project, not realizing you got the wrong color yarn or the wrong texture or, yeah.
And one thing I find when it comes to learning, you're really best to just dive into things. Take it one step at a time. And
Yes.
like if you come across something you don't know, then you look it up. And especially with YouTube, I mean, you don't know how to do a stitch, just look it up. Watch several tutorials. If that one tutorial you still have questions, look at other tutorials. Because sometimes I gotta watch 3 or 4 tutorials to figure out exactly what's going on with a stitch.
Yeah, when you're learning a new stitch, I definitely highly recommend watching more than just one YouTuber. You think about the time when you were in school, kindergarten through high school. Who were your favorite teachers and why? And it's because you made that connection with them. And so you got more out of the classroom experience. And it's very similar to YouTube and learning new stitches or doing a tutorial project where you're following a tutorial. And you're going to have those where it's like, oh, I don't like this. What a dumb project. But it can be the same project and a different person, and you make that connection and you're excited about it. So you got to kind of match yourself up with the instructors. This is your learning experience, your journey. And unlike school, you're kind of stuck with the teacher you're assigned with. In the YouTube world, you pick your own. So you have definitely more control over your experience and your journey. So take advantage of that.
And like one thing too, you might be watching that one tutorial and it shows like a certain part of the stitch really good. But then it gets to another part where you're not sure where they're sticking the needle at or the hook, depending on if it's crochet or knitting. And then you watch another tutorial and they show that better, but maybe the beginning of their tutorial didn't explain as well.
Yeah.
So, and I find that's one of the big things is knowing where to stick your needle or hook. And some tutorials show it better than others.
Oh, yeah. I think some tutorials are made for the more experienced knitter or crocheter. And then there are those that really break it down like, okay, this is the first time or second time with your hook, so we're going to break it down. You got to match up what you feel is best for you for that moment. Definitely.
But even Dinah was saying how her, her numbers on her channel do the same thing. They fluctuate.
Yeah.
And Sarah says the analytics have been weird for the last week. And I agree. I think it was either last weekend or the weekend before. And like normally I see a little yo-yo, but it was like the whole day it went back and forth several times, up and down. And I don't normally see it fluctuate that much back and forth during a day. And Crystal says Bugs Bunny was and is still her favorite.
I'm still an Elmer Fudd fan through and through.
I like Tweety. He's cute. Okay, and Granny D is saying to remind her to give you a shout out for your channel.
Oh, thank you, Dee. Dee's been awesome. She's been really great with the support.
And Pat wants to know if you're going to be on today, Granny D. And any content creators out there, if y'all want to go live with me sometime, let me know. Get with me, and we'll arrange it to happen.
Yeah, it's fun being up here with Connie. I recommend it, guys. Reach out to her. It's good. I like this.
Okay, Granny D says she's on as usual at 5, her live.
Oh, yeah, today's Monday. Oh, I'm all messed up.
Which I think she's in a different time zone from me, though.
Eastern.
Yeah.
So it's 1:45 here.
It's 12:46 here. Okay. Central time. And Heather says sometimes it's hard to find out what appeals to your audience, and it changes often depending on a lot of things like time of year, what's going on in the world, etc. So many factors to keep track of. And everyone likes different things too.
Yeah, some people like the shorter videos. I know as my videos get a little bit longer, they're not really watching them all the way through. And at first I thought it was me, and I thought, no, wait a second. Some people just have the attention span of a gnat, or they pause, go to the restroom, and then they forget, or end up going to bed or something. So I don't take it personally, but if you're going to be short on time watching videos, my understanding is watch at least 3 minutes of it. So it's considered watched. That's kind of the word that was out there. When I log in, sometimes I have to pause it, but I watch the whole video. And I'm way behind. Oh my gosh, I'm way behind on watching videos.
I am too. And it's like, and I try to watch videos and try to keep up, but it's so hard with everything that's going on with your own life and like your channel. And so it's like you kind of just watch when you can.
Yeah.
But I love everybody's channels, and I love all of y'all. And Dinah saying she did her first video September 26, 2021, and she's nowhere near monetization. Yeah, I started mine right before the New Year's. It was like, I think the last week of December of 2020.
I started just this year, so I think it was March, April. March I started. It's going on. I'm still feeling my way around and stuff. I've been doing unboxings. People like unboxings. They like Happy Mail. But I haven't really done any pattern designs or anything, so that's kind of one area where I'm kind of closed off. But I'll be videotaping things like the unboxings, my whips. Someday I hope to have the finished objects. I got to assemble them. What else is there? Let's see. Going through my yarn stash. I've got a lot of yarn. I'm spoiled rotten in that I have family members that have bought yarn for me, and I've got a lot of it. It's not bragging or anything. I have a lot of yarn, and I'm trying to come up with some type of system. I got 2 rooms filled with yarn. My bedroom and my small room that was supposed to be my craft room. And it's all box tote. Oh, it looks like a hot mess. But organization, I may do some, as I'm able to get to it. I can't now because of the hernia issue, but as I start working through that and I come up with different ideas for trying to organize, I think I'll share that out. People are always looking for ideas to organize. You know, I hear a lot, oh, I've got it in totes, I got it in boxes, I got it in all these bags, and they just want something different where they feel more organized, more in control, and you can see what you got. There's times I've ordered yarn and then came across and I'm like, I already have that. Oh no, you know. And that's how you build up a stash too, forgetfulness.
Yeah, and like with my stash, it's like I ordered a good amount this past year, so my stash is growing. But yeah, I mostly keep mine in like boxes or those little plastic bin thingies, whatever you call them. And let's see. And Granny D says that we're both doing great with our channels. Thank you, Granny D.
Hey, thanks, Dee.
And Heather says she noticed that too, but I don't have that many views to begin with. YouTube can be finicky sometimes. Yes, it can be.
Oh yeah.
YouTube is so glitchy. It really is. And Granny D saying it just takes time. Don't give up yet. You know, if you have a channel, don't give up. Just keep on trucking. I think I can. I think I can.
Yeah, you're gonna have good days and bad days with your channel. And my last video, I kind of struggled a little bit because I'm restricted. I'm not supposed to do a lot of bending, stretching, lifting. Oh my gosh! And then I was reaching, and I could twinge. You know, I don't have any stitches or anything. What they did was I had 8 hernias, and they pushed them back in, and so now I'm cinched up, and I have to be so careful. My being diabetic, it takes me longer to heal. So instead of being off a month, I'm actually off 2 months. So it can be a challenge at times. You know, I got to remember I'm feeling good. Stop or you won't feel good, you know.
Let's see. I like this. Heather's like telling Dinah, I hope you mean 2020. Otherwise, please share your time travel secrets. So do you time travel, Dinah? Oh, Frank's sleeping right now. I just heard him snore. He fell asleep. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and ask the next question. I would have you ask questions, but I didn't get any questions sent your way because
Well, maybe I'll come up with a good one. Go ahead and ask your question. Maybe I can come up with a good one.
So let's see. Have you ever taken self-defense classes?
Ever taken what? Yes.
Huh? And I have taken a self-defense class before, and it was kind of funny because when I was doing the class, like you had to hold down your partner, and I had this elderly lady as my partner, and she was real frail. So like whenever I'm holding her down, and you're supposed to get away, and she could not get away from my grip, and I felt so bad. And I finally had to loosen my grip so she could get away. Because I don't think she ever would have gotten out of my grip. And then when it came to the point where like they gave you a scenario where we had to pretend like we're at an ATM machine and someone takes us by surprise, which I don't think that would ever actually happen to me because when I go to an ATM, I'm always looking over my shoulder because of this very reason. So, but I went with the flow and pretended like, I'm not paying attention. And like they grabbed, and I was the first one that went. So I was like scared to like really hit the person because I didn't want to hurt the guy, even though he said, I promise you won't hurt me. So it took me a little while to get comfortable to actually, put much force behind trying to get away. But it was funny. They had one lady that she actually like got away from him before he actually grabbed her, where she didn't let him, which that was kind of cool. But I thought we were supposed to let them grab you. That's why I didn't do anything. But so how about you, Julie?
I haven't had self-defense classes per se, but I was hired as a cashier when I lived in North Carolina. And the cashiers are being robbed, they're being injured, and the police department wanted to do more to help the nighttime cashiers, the overnighters. And so I was in a training room. The police came in, and there was two of us being trained for overnights. We were called out of the room, and we were taught how to be robbed, how to be assaulted. The officers would come in, they would grab us, put us in headlocks, put us against walls, and try to condition us for responding, basically to keep us alive. That was definitely an interesting training session. Some of it stuck with me, though. When I'm in places, and I was in a store once, and a guy came in to rob, people turned away. And the first thing you learn is in training is you never turn your back on the gunman. And so I kind of stay squared off with them. But some of that stuff just stuck with me, be aware of my surroundings, listening for those sounds, listening for the clicks, that type of thing.
And like another thing too, like if someone grabs you by your wrist, you try to go up like to clap and then turn your wrists.
Yep.
Like at the same time, and that can usually break the grip. But I see Gina's here. Hi, Gina. How are you today? Welcome aboard. And Heather says, not really self-defense, but I did take some MMA classes for novel research and got addicted to it for a while until I could no longer afford the one-on-one training. I so wish I could go back. And I also used to like to do kickboxing. Oh, I love me some kickboxing back in the day. And at the gym I was going to, they had an awesome instructor. I loved her kickboxing classes. I felt like I was kicking some booty. Boom, boom. And Heather says boxing is my absolute favorite workout. Cool.
The only boxing I did, I had a cat once. He would sit on his hind corners, put his paws up, and he'd get into the boxing. He just, so I'd box with my cat. He was good, though. He was good.
Yeah, kitty.
Yep.
My cat sometimes, Allie, sometimes she'll take her paws like this. And I always say she's trying to pray, but she usually does it when she gets excited. And Heather says, a lot of MMA translates to self-defense, how to slip and defend yourself against attackers. So, okay, yeah, there was some self-defense mixed in at that dojo, laughing out loud. Yeah, there are a lot of different things where you get some self-defense moves in. Because even in a sense, like kickboxing kind of teaches you a little self-defense. It teaches you how to punch and how to kick.
Yep.
I'm going to kick somebody. Yeah. No, I'm joking.
I thought of a question, Connie.
Okay.
Everybody's been to the store, and you know what you need to get, or you have your list with you. So you go through the store, you go through checkout, you get back to your car, put the groceries away, you sit down, and you realize you have forgotten one or two items on your list. Are you going to go back in to get those one or two items, or are you going to say screw it and decide whether or not you need it and go home? Ooh.
How about you, Julie?
I end up having to go back in because it's always something that I went to the store to begin with to get this item, like eggs, milk, and I'll get out there and realize I didn't even make it back to the dairy section. So I end up going back in.
With me,
how about anybody else?
With me, it depends. Sometimes I will. Hold up. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I will go back, like if I really need the item. And it also depends on how busy a store is, how long the lines, or if I'm feeling tired. Sorry. Yeah, I probably should be wrapping it up soon. But anyway, but like I said, if I'm feeling tired, also if I forgot what I was gonna say.
The exception
Like,
I make is if I have ice cream, and if I had to buy ice cream, then no, I take that home and then I debate. Then I debate it.
like if I don't really need the item right away, I tend to wait on it. And Helen is here. Hi, Helen. How are you doing today? And Heather is saying, if I'm still in the parking lot, I'll go back in, depending on if I need it. I will even go back to the store after I'm home. Now, normally once I'm home, no. Helen says, I go back. Crystal says, depends on what I forgot. If it is something I really need, then yes. And Heather says, but I have 3 grocery stores within a couple of miles, so it's not a big deal. And what's funny is our grocery stores are not far at all, but it's like once I get home, and it just, like I say, going back, it depends on what it is. But like Walmart, I don't like dealing with the lines. And even with and now they pretty much force you to use the self checkouts. But even with the self checkouts, there's still usually a line. And I don't know. A lot of times I don't like dealing with Walmart.
No, ours here is not that good. It's pretty much self checkout, and with my medical conditions, I can't do self checkout if I got a load. If I'm running in picking up 1 or 2 items, okay, that's fine. I think that's what self checkout was supposed to be, where if you just had a couple of things, go through real quick and you can go and leave the belts open for the grocery shopping. I'm not a fan of the self checkout, so I hit the store. We have a Fisher's here in Canton. They still bag your groceries and ask if you need help taking it to the car. That's the place I support. That's where I go. They cost a little bit more, but hey, I'll pay that price.
And it's
I
funny
will pay that all day long.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's funny how some grocery stores still will have someone that bags your groceries, but Walmart don't even want someone to check you out.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think it started off that it was supposed to be when you have a few things. And I don't mind using them if I don't have that much. But if I have a buggy full of stuff, it's frustrating. And then, like, I like taking everything out of my buggy and putting it on the belt before putting, my bag goods back in. So, like, usually, like, I'll have to track down a second cord when I have a lot of stuff. And then I'm hoping the lines with the belt is open, because at our store, they're not always open. So then you got to go with the ones with the little bitty. And it's like, how are you supposed to fit your groceries on that or your purchases? So it's like you pretty much need another buggy to put it in.
Yep.
And Sarah says a lot of the time, if it doesn't make it onto the list, it will be forgotten. I do mostly everything on my list. Yeah, unfortunately, I can have it on my list sometimes and forget it.
A lot of times, oh, I'll remember that. Yeah, okay. No. No, I don't remember.
And Sarah says, I won't go back out the same day. Closest is 15 minutes. And Heather says Walmart is the worst.
Yeah.
And I think everyone agrees with that. But the sad thing is that they usually have better prices, which kind of causes people to shop there more.
I'm finding like when I shop at Fisher's, things are like maybe 10 cents or 15 cents more expensive. And I know it adds up, but for them to bag it for you and offer to help put stuff in the car for you, it's worth that extra money. So
And
I
sometimes,
did 2 tours with Walmart. I was a 4-star cashier both times. And it just frustrates me. You know, I gotta set up now.
and sometimes it is worth the little extra money. It just kind of depends. But let's see. Sarah says, I still don't understand that with Walmart, and this comes from someone who was once a cashier and prefers self checkout because I like to bag a certain way. Yeah, but the thing is, Walmart wants to have as few people on the payroll as possible. It's all about saving money,
Yeah.
which I mean, I get, but Walmart's not hurting.
No.
Walmart's a monopoly.
Yeah.
And Dinosaur Nightbot says you're looking for moderators. I'll gladly be a moderator. Okay, I'll add you as a moderator after I finish with the live, which I think I'm gonna ask one more question and I'm gonna wrap everything up.
Okay.
And Dinah says, Sarah, me too, I'm bagging. And Granny D says, Dina is an amazing moderator. She'll do a fab job for you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, because I want to make sure I always have coverage when I'm live. Because, I mean, Crystal's usually here, but sometimes stuff happens where she can't make it. And I have other moderators in the same thing. Sometimes they're not available. It just depends on what's going on in their lives. So I figure best to have more mods than you need than not enough.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What is the longest period you've spent in a hospital? Where I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. And I was in the ICU for about a week. And because I've mentioned this some before, I think in one video, but I have diastolic dysfunction, which makes me retain fluid very, very easily. And like blood and oxygen doesn't flow in my body like it does a normal person. And like my oxygen level was low. It was like in the 70s whenever I got hospitalized. Um, they pumped out like 70 pounds of fluid
Wow.
whenever, and but I mean, I felt so much better afterwards. Which but yeah, that's been my experience. How about you, Julie?
My longest day was 16 days. I had a little scrape on the front of my lower right leg. 3 drops of blood. You know, I just over 3 drops of blood. I'm dying, and that was on a Friday night. By Sunday, I called 911. I was so confused, and it felt like my heart was floating. I couldn't focus, and they took me to the hospital. It turned out I had a systemic infection throughout my body. It was affecting my heart, and my right lower leg was massively infected. It looked like a zombie leg, flesh falling off. It was pretty bad. So they spent the first week trying to save my life, and then the second week was to save my leg. They were able to save my leg, but it was 16 days in the hospital. And then when I got home, I had the nurse out every single day for 2 more weeks. And then physical therapy was coming out every day. It was an ordeal. It was a horrifically painful ordeal. But 16 days has been my longest day so far.
Okay, and let's see.
I've had a lot of hospitalizations. I've had 9 abdominal surgeries.
Ouch.
Them were with the hernias.
Ouch.
So I've
I've
had
just
some hours in the bed rails.
I've just been hospitalized the one time.
Mm.
Yeah. And Heather says she's working on Mondays. Yep. Heather's one of my mods. She's awesome too. And Granny D says Crystal is a fantastic mod also. Yes, she is. Crystal's awesome. And let's see. And Nadine is here. Hi, Nadine. How are you doing today? And she says she loves my hat. So patriotic. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love the hat too. It's really awesome. That looks
thank
so
you.
cool.
I made this hat last year. But yeah, I'm gonna basically I'm gonna finish reading the comments and then make a few announcements, which I may have previously stated in the live, but I'm just gonna repeat them for those that didn't hear it. And then we'll say our goodbyes because I'm finding I'm starting to cough more, so I guess it's that time. And Heather says, as a patient, I was in for about 6 to 8 hours for my burns. For my ex, he was in for about a month. Oh, wow. That's a long time. Oh, a month and a half. Oh, that's even worse with his injuries. I lived in the chair next to his bed. Uh,
Wow.
I hope y'all are okay. And Granny D said she'll add me to her prayers. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's one of the struggles that I have because I have a lot of fluid retention issues. And for quite a while, I kept it really good in control, but I've been, I'm retaining fluid. I've been retaining fluids again this past year.
That keeping that balance of fluid is so hard. It sounds so simple on paper when you look at doctor instructions, but the battle is real. The battle is real. You have good days, bad days. Sometimes it turns into bad weeks. It just, yeah, we'll be praying for you, Connie.
Thank you. And like I have, you know, you got to watch your sodium so closely,
Yeah.
and it's like, and it's hard, and like eating low sodium is not convenient. And like whenever you're not in the mood to cook, it's so easy to grab things that you shouldn't eat.
Yeah. With,
And
with, with my heart, I am on a cardiac diet, diabetic diet, weight loss diet. Oh my gosh. And then the bowel diet. And it seems like there's nothing I can eat. It's just so frustrating. I just want to pound my fists on the table. But to watch the carbs, okay, I kind of got a grip on that. But then the sodium, like you said, you start reading those labels and like, oh my gosh, I did not realize just how much sodium I was taking in.
like
Holy,
I'm not supposed to have more than 2,000 milligrams of sodium. And like I said, and especially since I started having issues with my back, I'm not always up to cooking, and I've been eating, convenient food more than I should, and I know that's not good.
I'm sitting here with a soda today. I thought I'm going to splurge today, but um, other than that, no, it's like, yeah, I know it. Oh,
And then, like, whenever I was in the hospital, they even had me on fluid retention. Like, they didn't want me consuming more than a liter and a half of fluids because just drinking, if I drank too much water, it could cause me to retain fluids.
yep.
And then finally, they got to where they had to start, I had to start increasing because I was getting dizzy and almost blacking out. And then they kept telling me to drink more water. And they said that was more meant for whenever I was in the hospital where I wasn't being active. But the more active you are, you do need to increase it.
Yeah. But even then, you can still get out of whack quick enough. It can hit you hard and fast.
And I've heard people like just eating something like watermelon, the fluid in watermelon.
Yep.
I've heard of that triggered issues with fluid retention in someone. It's a hard balance.
Yes, it is.
And let's see. And Granny D says, yeah, I've had quite a few hernia surgeries. The recovery was so painful. Ouch. And Granny D says, it's a fantastic beanie. Oh, thank you. And even Julie agrees that it's painful.
Yeah, this time they pushed all 8 hernias back in. Oh my gosh, that was a whole new experience of pain. Horrifically painful to have that done. But I got the cinch belt on, and I'm not feeling that surgical pain that I'm used to after being in the hospital with hernias. So I have to constantly remind myself, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And I find myself walking in a circle because I'm like, But I'm doing okay with it. So 2 months is a long time. It sounds nice. I sit, stand, walk, put your feet up. Oh, it sounds like a nice rest time. The struggle's real, guys. When you're told to do it, I'm like this spoiled little brat kid, Well, now that you told me, no, I don't want to do it. So.
And Granny D says, thanks for having me. I enjoyed it. Glad Julie could cover the rest of the time for me. And I was so happy to have you, Granny D. Thanks for going live with me.
I enjoyed it when you were up here, Granny D. It was awesome. And Connie, thank you for having me up here. I really appreciate that. Hopefully I have not disappointed you, Connie.
And like I said, any content creators, if y'all want to go live with me, just get with me. And we'll work on making it happen. But I think about the next 2 weeks, I think I have someone on my lives. I think I have like 1, maybe 2 Mondays that I don't. I'm like, I ordered one of the daily planner thingies because I'm like, yeah, I need to have something where I can keep track of it better. I mean, I have everything written in my notebook, but I like to actually have it on a calendar page where it's easier to see. And Nadine says, listening to y'all stories just lets me know how strong and amazing you guys really are, strong survivors. Thank you. And the thing is, most people have a story. I think everyone has their own, stories on how they've been really strong in situations and stuff like that.
Well, Nadine, I think you're really strong. 7 weeks after a car accident, badly broken spine, your fusions, and with your surgery coming up at the end of July, we're going to keep you in our prayers. We'll try to get you on prayer list for you, okay? You hang in there, Nadine. We're going to be thinking of you and praying for you.
Let's see. And Heather says, he's fine. There's a reason he's my ex, but I didn't need skin grafts like they thought. I would, and I retained full range of motion in my hands from the fire. Oh, that's awesome that you regained full motion.
That's a miraculous recovery.
And Gina says, I need to go, but so nice to spend some time with you all. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your morning. Well, I hope you have a good day too, Gina, which actually, like I said, I have a few more comments, and that's pretty much it.
All right, bye, Gina. Hugs and kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Yeah, and
I love you.
Nadine was mentioning about how she was in the hospital for 7 weeks right after her car accident where her spine was badly broken. She had several fusions since. I had my last surgery coming up this summer, end of July. And I hope everything goes well with your surgery, Nadine. You'll be in my prayers too. And let's see.
Well, Nadine, we're sending hugs and well wishes and prayers your way, okay? And you make sure you keep us updated on your progress. The yarning community's here for you.
And Heather's leaving too. She's got some writing to do.
Gee, Heather, was it something I said? No.
No.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay.
It's been almost an hour, 50 minutes since I've been live. So it's time to, like I said, I'm fixing to wrap it up.
All right, well, I'm going to do my exit real quick so Connie can wrap it up before she dehydrates and blows away in a dust storm here. So I want to thank everybody for staying with, even though I'm up here. Hey, thank you, Connie, for all that you've done. And I want to thank you for the shout outs. You're doing a lot to try to encourage and help other people, and it's greatly appreciated. You're a vital member of the Yarny community, and we appreciate you, and we love you, Connie. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope you have a great day, Julie. Oops. Oopsie, I thought she was done. Oops, I didn't mean to cut you off, Julie. Okay, so let's see, just a few more comments. And Trisha is here. Hi, Trisha. I hope you're having a great day. And she says, Happy Memorial Day. And she loves my hat. Oh, thank you. And I hope you're having a happy Memorial Day. And I'm almost within 5 minutes. I'll be saying goodbye in probably about 2 minutes. And Nadine says, thank you. That means so much to me. It really put a smile on my face and tears of joy that I have y'all. Aww. So anyway, that's basically all I have for y'all today. And if y'all hadn't checked out my giveaway, I have my giveaway going on. Also, check out my Facebook group if you're not a member. I'd love to have you. And I'd love to see your pictures of your finished projects and your pets. So y'all can email me that or send it to me in my Facebook group. And I think that pretty much covers everything. So I hope y'all have an awesome Memorial Day. And also have a fabulous Yarny day, because you have to have yarn in your day. Be the light, and bye.